Hi guys, today we're going to install the new mirror dashcam in our Toyota RAV4. This one is called GKU D800, and what's cool about this product is that it comes with the front detached camera with 2K resolution. Camera comes with reversing assistant, IPS full touch screen, loop recording, parking monitor. Besides that, we've got the G sensor, GPS, as I said, 2.5K resolution, and two cameras, front and rear. Inside the box, we've got the 11-inch mirror itself. I'll show you how it looks. As I said, normally you will see the front camera somewhere either on the left or the right of the mirror. In this case it's missing, it's gonna be a separate unit. As for our mirror itself, as you can see, it says that operating temperature of this product is from -5 degrees Fahrenheit to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and the SD card should be above U3, and it takes USD cards up to 256 gigabytes. You will need to get one yourself because the set does not come with the SD card. On the bottom we've got the power button here, we've got the microphone, we got the speakers, and on this side we have Type-C port for the power cable. We've got the port for our rear camera, we've got the SD card here, which I installed myself, and we have the port for the GPS module. I'll show you guys what wires we've got in the set. First of all, we have the GPS module here. Then we have the main power cable. This one is 3 meters long, and as you can see we have two connectors. The Type-C connector that will be connected to the mirror dashcam, and we have the connector for the front camera. And by the way, because it uses the Type-C connector, in general this one should last longer than Type-A, and it provides faster data transfer. Next we've got this is a detached front camera I was talking about before. On the top you can see the 3M tape. This is how it will get attached to the windshield. It is adjustable, and this is a connector that will get connected to that wire on the main power cable. I want to stress again that this is a 2K resolution camera, or 2.5K, which is 2560 by 1440, and the main advantage of this set in general is because it is detached. This will allow us to mount it anywhere on the windshield, and this way it will be more stable and it will be out of the driver's view. Next we have the rear camera, which is 2K as well, 2.5K. The cable, the length of the cable is, I believe it's 6 meters, and as you can see very conveniently it has this mounting bracket already installed on the camera. So this will be very useful when you install it on the rear glass, for example, which again, not all rear cameras have this type of mounting bracket, which is quite cool. Also in the set we've got the rubber straps, two types, short ones and long ones, depending on how wide or thick the rear mirror is. In our case I believe we'll be using the short ones for the RAV4. We've got the cleaning cloth, and we've got the trim removal tool. Right now we'll install the front camera in Toyota RAV4. There is actually perfect location for this camera, located right here in this area between these two black boxes, and this opening will be used for the wire, which we will actually hide inside this cover. Apply some pressure to make sure it sticks properly, and what we didn't show, you have to clean the glass before you do it. So now the wire, as I said, will go over there and can be hidden hidden inside this black box. Here we have our rubber straps, the short ones. What I didn't mention is this mirror comes with a supercapacitor opposed to a lithium-ion battery, which allows us to use this camera in either very cold or very hot weather without any consequences. So from -20 degrees Celsius to +70 there shouldn't be any issues, it will work properly. So now I will simply put it on top of the original mirror and secure it with these two rubber straps. So first of all, what I want to show you guys is that window visor is open, 11-inch screen, and we don't have any issues with either driver or the passenger sides. And again, we don't have now to adjust the front camera from here because we have it installed on the windshield already, again, which is very convenient. And now you can actually adjust this mirror any way you like, so that it's convenient for you to see when you drive, which again won't affect our front camera. Let's remove the protective film and look at this mirror. The rear camera gets installed right here, so just attach it like this and hold, and you can adjust the angle this way, and our wire will actually go through one of these tubes and inside the cabin. Right now we will connect our wires. This is our main power connector. Here we have the rear camera cable, and this is the GPS, which we already installed on the windshield as well. I will turn the power on, and we've got our GKU logo in the mirror, and this is how it sounds. So right away we get the rear view image. I'll show you guys how to change the views. Actually quite clear, I can see all the details. I'll switch between, so this now is the front view. You can adjust the angle any way you like. This shows us the split image, the front and the back, and I'll go to the back again, and as I said, you can adjust the angle, which is quite nice. Now I believe we can see, well, in the video we will see the number of the vehicle, because it's pretty close to our car as well. It also shows us the time and the date, and it will show us the direction and the current speed. Besides that, we can stop recording and go to our settings or video recordings. Right now I'll quickly go through the settings. So again, resolution 2.5K plus 2.5K for both front and rear. Loop recording is currently it's 1 minute, but we can go as high as 3 minutes per file. Audio is on. Time-lapse is off. I believe time-lapse is working when you connect the hard wiring cable. You can use it as for the parking mode. We don't have the cable right now, but you can actually get it from their website as well. English language, we have a few other languages available for the settings. Flicker is 60 Hz, screensaver is off. If you turn it on, basically the mirror will turn off after I believe 1 minute. Yeah, but we don't need that. Gravity sensor middle. This is a G sensor basically. I will set it to low. This mirror has parking mode, but you need the cable, and if you connect the hard wiring cable, once the vehicle senses collision, it will record 30-second files. Default display mode, rear display. By default it starts with the rear picture image, which we need exactly in this case. Volume settings, we can change that. Exposure, we can change that as well. Clock settings, we can set up the time. Time format, 12-hour time zone, we can change that. Units, miles per hour to kilometers per hour, we can do that as well here. Icon off, mirror for front, mirror for rear. No, we don't need that. Actually, mirror for rear is on right now. Rear flip, we can flip the rear image as well. We can format SD card from here, and we can reset the setup. We can also see reversing lines. This is if you connect the mirror to the reverse wire, which we won't be doing in this case because this car already has a backup camera, so there is no need to use this one as a backup camera. GPS information, it shows us all the satellites that it sees, and it shows us the product information. We can take a picture from here, we can turn sound recording on and off. Currently it's on, and also we can save current, log current file. This way it won't get overwritten. Right now we'll go for a short drive and we'll show you guys how it records. Again, as I said, both cameras are 2K. The resolution is 2560 by 1440, which is pretty good for a camera like this with detached from front camera. Also, this product is actually quite fairly priced. It costs right now, I believe, around 140 US dollars. I will leave the link for that as well in the description. And yeah, this is what we see in the back of the vehicle. I'll quickly change the view to the front. Again, you won't be using the front view as much, but it gives you an idea what the front camera is recording right now. I will change it again. Now we have both split image. This is how it looks. And I will go back to the rear view. Again, I want to point out the quality of the image. It actually looks great. It is significantly better than the one that we reviewed some time ago, the one with the Full HD cameras. 2K definitely looks much better. You can also adjust the brightness by dragging this one over here. When you drive at night, you can adjust it. When you drive during the day, you can leave it like this. And as I have mentioned before, because our front camera is currently attached to the windshield, now without any problems we can readjust the mirror, so this way we can see the picture clearly and it doesn't affect the adjustment of the front 2K camera. And this is how it looks like at night. Again, right now we have our rear view camera working. I will switch between them again to quickly show you guys the difference. This is the front camera. Actually, it's pretty bright. We have both of them now. and I will switch to front again, and as I said, you can change the brightness. So right now I'll do just that. So for the night driving this works much better. Besides that, in case if you don't want to use the digital image at night, you can press this small button underneath and turn it off, and now you can actually readjust the mirror the way you want it, and you will still be able to see everything what's going on behind the vehicle. It still works like a regular mirror this way. Also, in case if you see any glare on the mirror in your everyday driving, all you have to do is simply raise the mirror up like this and the glare will disappear. But for now we are going to go for another short drive. We have our rear view image, and off we go again. This digital mirror is a lot wider than the regular mirror. This way you can see basically all 4 lanes of traffic, and this allows you to eliminate the blind spots on the sides of the vehicle. So right now we can see the license plate number in the back of the vehicle, and well, I can see it from here, but this is how it looks in the camera. So this is how our camera looks and works. I think it's a really good idea to have this front detached camera. In this case, it works much better. As I said, I will leave the link for the product in the description, and as I said, it is actually pretty cheap right now. So if you guys like it, you can get one yourself. And our review is complete, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.